Hi everybody. So a little bit of a different topic today. Today I'm going to chat about our son, whom I refer to on social media as the Boy Wonder. I had Cameron in 2012. At that time, I was still operating with a diagnosis of fibromyalgia. We all know that it wasn't fibro. And when he was about 18, 19 months, right at that, peak time that autism starts to show, he was cruising down the hallway of our house, kicking a soccer ball, when he ran into, literally a door jam, like that, boom, and took himself out. I mean, flat on his back, goose egg for weeks. And that's when we started to rock and roll. He had speech. He was pretty advanced at 18, 19 months. That went away. We started seeing some pretty chaotic hyperactivity. He stopped answering to his name. Overnight, he forgot how to dribble a soccer ball. I mean, James was like, World Cup! Because at 18 months, he could dribble a soccer ball with control. Craziness. Fast forward, therapy, blah, blah, blah. Congenital Lyme. So recently, I shouldn't say recently, we're in July. So back in December, James had heard of the Wiegman Protocol. We were also researching Neem check. We were doing all these different things. Cameron can't go through hypothermia until he's 7, and then that's at FA with Dr. Herzog. I don't want to wait until he's 7. What do we do? Boy Wonder's main hiccup is speech. He can't talk, really. So this name, Wiegman, comes up. Who is this Will Wiegman? What is this Wiegman protocol? We search. Can't really find anything. Kind of falls off the radar, and then literally, boom, right back center again. The Will Wiegman Protocol. We're able to actually talk to someone who's done it. Thank you, Lisa. Who's coached hundreds of people. And she answered. She answered our calls. She answered our emails. And she has been an invaluable resource. And so, what is the Will Wiegman Protocol? It is based on the premise that our children's immune systems are not developed appropriately because our food is genetically modified, specifically trace minerals and trace vitamins. Thiocyanate, vitamin B17, and this is very quick, lay down dirty, and I hope he's not offended by my explanation of this, but our white blood cells are fueled by, sustained by vitamin B17, thiocyanate. Have you ever wondered why our parents are healthy and they didn't actually get cancer and get sick until their 70s and late 60s? Our generation, we're now sick in our 30s and 40s. We have weird stuff going on, and now we have the highest rate of autism ever known in our children. It's because their immune systems are not being fed properly, so they can't process the viruses that they're born with, the bugs that I've passed on, Lyme, Epstein-Barr, God knows what else I've given the kid. His body doesn't know what to do with it. And then he had a traumatic brain injury. It rocked him. And now all of the bugs are like, woo, let's have a party. So there's 3 phases. 3 phases. Phase 1 is to turn the immune system on. And you do this by eating apricot kernels, thiocyanate, and taking wild cherry bark drops. Within 3 days of giving this to Cam, he had the rosiest, reddest cheeks. His ears were bright red. He had these dark circles under his eyes, and he had a runny nose. And I was like, oh shit, he's getting sick. He has a fever. No fever. So I get on, what's going on? And Will responds, and he was like, this is exactly what you want to see. his immune system is now finally waking up and saying, oh, we have a bug load, we have a viral load we need to take care of. You're supposed to do this phase for 2 weeks. We did it for 3.5, about 4, because there was days that we missed and whatnot. Let me be clear. This is a protocol, a treatment protocol that you cannot miss. You can't like, oh, I missed this on this day, so I'm going to do it. There's no leeway. There is no wiggle room, which is why we took so long in the first phase so that we could figure out how to do this as a family. Phase 2, and now this is where you're all going to come at me about alternative Lyme life. It is Tindamax, I can't say the other form, antifungal, and minocycline, pulsed at a very low milligram amount. 1 milligram per 10 pounds of body weight. Pulse because it's day on, day off. While you're doing this, you're also taking, and I have a note here, 10 drops each for his weight, which is 50 pounds. Red root, panella, detoxing, wild cherry bark, berber, detoxing, vitamin D3, not 10 drops, and on your off days, you're taking 3 times the recommended daily allowance of B complex for your weight. And what this is because, you know, the bugs eat all the available B's and D's in your system, and we also give them iodine. Everyone, your child should be taking iodine. Everyone in this house takes iodine every day for your thyroid. This is 60 days. So you have day on, day off. You're taking the drops every day. You're taking the apricot kernel every day. And so Cameron, you triple it's 1 apricot for his body weight in the first phase, and it's 1.5 to 2 in the second phase. Then the third one is the tribiotic, and that's when you start to repair. So we are in the beginning of phase 2. And the question in this family was, do we share this with you in real time, or do we just compile our journey and then kind of let it out to the world? And I think, you know, James basically said it was up to me and what I wanted to do. And so in the true spirit of alternative Lyme life and what we're trying to do as a family, we're going to show this to you in real time. So after this video, there'll be some uploads of the last few days. And so let me address the antibiotic and the alternative Lyme life. Doxycycline doesn't work, people. Contact Will through Messenger. He doesn't give out his private email because he's smart. Even Dr. Zhang, doxycycline makes the spirochete shoot off persister cells. It's self-preservation for this spirochete. The Tindamax, or tinidazole, tinidazole, takes care of the biofilm. The minocycline is at such a low level that you actually end up killing off spirochetes, but they don't actually sense the level of the antibiotic, and so they don't go into persister mode. A spirochete has a 42-day life cycle, which is why you are on this piece of the protocol for 60 days. Yes, it's an antibiotic. At this point, I'll do whatever it takes to have my child have a chance at being able to communicate and not have kids run away from him when he's trying to make friends because they can't understand what he's saying. He's a social dude. He's my kid, you know? I mean, he looks like Mr. Carter, but he is all crazy Italian on the inside from his mother. So what kind of qualifies, I guess, in the alternative realm is that the research is much different than anything else we are reading about congenital Lyme, about autism, about viral loads in kids diagnosed with autism. That is just not something that we should be able to accept and say, oh, my kid's autistic. A lot of them are being recovered, even though they are not diagnosed with congenital Lyme. There are thousands of parents putting their autistic children through this protocol, and they are rescuing their children from the diagnosis of autism. So in the realm of allopathic medicine and Western medicine, this is pretty kind of out there. Doctors are like, what do you mean? Like, it's autism. It's a viral load, people. The kids' immune systems can't function. Their brain is swimming in gunk. Degunk them. Let's see what we have underneath. And it's also alternative in the fact that we're talking about the immune system, we're talking about viral loads, we're talking about detoxing the brain and the central nervous system. And according to Will, who is a PhD biochemist, this also takes care of all of the spirochetes and the load in the central synovial fluid of the spine, or so central spinal fluid. Sorry, it's been a long day. It gives our kids a fighting chance. It gives them a clean system. It also takes care of co-infections. So, you know, everyone in this household, except for me, because of the whole liver episode, has the whole course ready to start, so that we make sure that we get the Bartonella and the Babesia and everything else. So that's where alternative Lyme life is right now. That's where the boy wonder is he's next. We are at the very beginning stages, and we're already seeing the most amazing, crazy changes. And you'll see in the following videos. So, welcome to the journey with saving the boy wonder, freeing the boy wonder, Life on Autism Lane, as the hashtag I use on social media. And it truly is, we are in the fight for the boy wonder. So, please be patient if I don't get to your questions right away. Please just send love and light and all the great energy that all of you have for me and for this crazy fort that I call my family, as we all really rally behind the boy and do our very best to give him the best chance at life that he can have and undo the damage that happened in utero. If you have a diagnosis of congenital Lyme, please email me. The protocol is free. Will says to send it to everyone and anyone, so I am happy to do that. And love and light and health and wellness to all of you, and to my small human that I love a great deal. So the alternative Lyme life will dabble in big pharma antibiotics, and we shall see what will come of this. So thanks for all your time and your love and your support and your comments always, and keep them coming, okay? And we will chat soon. Till next time.